Did you know that 73% of men worldwide are currently living in a state of chronic stress, and shockingly, more than half of them are unknowingly making it worse through exercise? A groundbreaking study from a leading international medical university revealed that incorrect workout methods can increase male stress hormones by up to 47%. If you've been hitting the gym religiously but still feel exhausted, anxious, and unmotivated, your workout routine might be sabotaging your hormonal system. Today, we're exposing the hidden truth about male stress hormones and revealing the scientifically proven exercise methods that actually work. The male hormone crisis nobody talks about. Men's stress response systems operate fundamentally differently from women's. Recent large-scale clinical research published in prestigious international medical journals shows that the relationship between testosterone and cortisol in men is 2.8 times stronger than in women. Here's what this means for you. When men experience stress, cortisol levels spike dramatically, while simultaneously crushing testosterone production. This creates a devastating cascade effect where muscle mass decreases, belly fat accumulates, and both cognitive function and sexual performance decline rapidly. The most alarming discovery is that once this hormonal imbalance begins, conventional exercise often becomes part of the problem rather than the solution. World-renowned research teams have demonstrated that when cortisol levels exceed certain thresholds, exercise itself becomes a stress trigger, perpetuating the vicious cycle. When exercise becomes your enemy, you've been told that exercise reduces stress, but cutting-edge medical research reveals this is only half the story. When workout intensity exceeds 85% of maximum heart rate, or duration surpasses 90 minutes, male cortisol production actually increases beyond pre-exercise levels. For men already in chronic stress states, high-intensity workouts can elevate cortisol to 3 times normal levels. Global medical research teams conducting meta-analyses found that men with elevated cortisol showed 68% reduced muscle protein synthesis rates and virtually no fat loss benefits from identical exercise programs. This explains why you can train intensely for months without seeing the results you expect. Your body is fighting against you at the hormonal level. The science-based solution. So how should men exercise to effectively control stress hormones? International sports medicine authorities have identified the optimal exercise protocol, specifically for male physiology. The first critical factor is the golden ratio of intensity and duration. Research shows that moderate intensity exercise, at 65 to 75% of maximum heart rate, sustained for 45 to 60 minutes, produces maximum cortisol reduction in men. Stepping outside this zone dramatically reduces stress-busting benefits. The second key is exercise type selection. Comprehensive studies by globally recognized medical experts demonstrate that a 7-to-3 ratio of cardiovascular to resistance training optimizes cortisol reduction in males. Pure resistance training alone can actually increase cortisol levels. The third secret weapon is timing. Male cortisol follows a predictable pattern, peaking between 6 and 8 a.m. and reaching its lowest point around 6 p.m. Strategic timing can double the effectiveness of identical workouts. The stress-busting workout protocol. Let me share the specific routine, validated by large-scale clinical trials involving thousands of male participants. Monday and Thursday focus on moderate-intensity cardiovascular exercise. Brisk walking or light jogging for 45 minutes, with 3 2-minute rest intervals prevents cortisol spikes while maximizing stress reduction benefits. This interrupted approach is crucial for maintaining optimal hormone levels. Tuesday and Friday combine resistance and cardiovascular training. Begin with 15 minutes of lightweight training at 70% of your usual load, followed by 30 minutes of moderate cardio. This sequence optimizes the testosterone to cortisol ratio, while building lean muscle mass. Wednesday and Saturday are dedicated recovery days, featuring yoga or stretching for 30 minutes with deep breathing exercises. Low-intensity movement with controlled breathing can immediately reduce cortisol by over 25%. Sunday is complete rest. Many men believe daily exercise is necessary, but this misconception perpetuates chronic stress states. Recovery is when hormonal rebalancing actually occurs. The hidden factors that triple your results. Exercise programming is only part of the equation. Leading medical universities have identified critical factors that can make or break your hormonal optimization efforts. Pre-workout nutrition is non-negotiable. Exercising in a fasted state triggers massive cortisol release, completely negating stress reduction benefits. A light meal containing both carbohydrates and protein 2 hours before training is essential. A banana with a handful of nuts provides optimal fuel. Post-workout protein intake within 30 minutes is crucial for cortisol management. Research indicates that 0.3 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight maximizes the stress reduction response. For a 180-pound man, that's approximately 25 grams of high-quality protein. Hydration directly impacts stress hormone levels. Dehydration is a powerful cortisol trigger. You must replace 150% of fluid lost during exercise. If you lose 2 pounds during your workout, drink 3 pounds worth of water. Timeline for hormonal recovery. How long before you see results? International research involving over 10,000 male participants reveals predictable patterns. Though individual variation exists, week 1 produces immediate post-exercise cortisol reductions. Stress levels drop to 35% of baseline for up to 3 hours after proper training sessions. Weeks 2 and 3 show gradual baseline improvements. Morning fasting cortisol levels typically decrease by 18% compared to pre-program measurements. Week 4 marks the turning point where hormonal balance becomes noticeable. Testosterone increases, muscle mass improves, sleep quality enhances, and mental clarity returns. By week 8, a completely new hormonal environment emerges. Stress resilience improves dramatically, with cortisol responses to identical stressors reduced by over 45%. The fatal mistakes sabotaging your progress. Even perfect exercise protocols fail if you're making these critical lifestyle errors. Identified by international medical experts. Sleep timing is paramount. Men who sleep after 11 p.m. show minimal cortisol improvement, regardless of exercise quality. Growth hormone and testosterone peak between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., making early sleep non-negotiable. Screen time devastation is real. Blue light exposure exceeding 6 hours daily suppresses melatonin production, severely compromising stress hormone regulation. All electronic devices must be eliminated 2 hours before bedtime. Caffeine overconsumption is a silent killer. Daily intake above 400 milligrams reduces exercise stress relief benefits by over 75%. Most men unknowingly exceed this limit through coffee, energy drinks, and pre-workout supplements. The final warning and hope. Latest research warns that chronic stress lasting over 5 years can cause permanent hormonal damage, especially in men over 40. Testosterone production capacity itself may be irreversibly compromised. However, there's tremendous hope. Scientific evidence proves that proper exercise and lifestyle modifications can restore hormonal balance at any age. Clinical studies document 60-year-old men recovering stress resilience comparable to men in their 20s through 12-week intervention programs. Individual health conditions may require modified approaches, so consult qualified medical professionals before beginning any new exercise program, especially if you have existing stress-related symptoms or hormonal concerns. Your body possesses incredible recovery potential. Starting today with science-based methods, you can expect dramatic improvements within weeks. The transformation from chronic stress to optimized hormonal health is not only possible but inevitable. With consistent application of these proven strategies. For more evidence-based health optimization content, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. Your journey to stress-free living starts now.